the shuffle slide, this is good here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is giving you your base and giving you power. But the thing to also be aware of is that you don't want to reach too far back, right? Because what happens when you reach too far back, you have to gain a lot of energy to gather yourself when you come together. But that also makes your shoulders unbalanced. So you end up doing this when you drop a lot.
Okay.
Do this when you drop a lot, the ball does this a lot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's important to keep a consistent base at the top of your drop. So I like the shuffle slide because it allows you to be ready to throw at any point because your 2 feet are in the ground the whole time. And the good thing also about the shuffle slide is that you don't click your feet together like on a crossover 3-step. So your feet are equal distance apart. You just shuffle sliding back in the pocket. And because it's a 3-step drop and quick game, you don't have to worry about depth as much because you're already 7 yards deep on the shuffle slide. So if anything, it's about getting a base fast to be able to throw and be ready as quick as possible. So this is good from the first picture. I would say get the ball placement a little lower so you can work on the other thing which I want to talk about is your motion. So your motion should be more over the top because right now it's sidearm. Because you're tall, a lot of tall guys like Brock Osweiler can get away with a sidearm. But the thing about a sidearm is if you don't get your hips into it right, it's going to die on you like a baseball.
Exactly.
And so that starts with the slide shuffle not getting your heels together like right here. You see how you clicked?
Yeah.
That's too close, so now you have to overextend like in baseball, like you're pitching.
Right.
Right? And so that's good if you were throwing in a small box, like look where the ball ended up. Right? Just like a baseball. So that just shows you when you click your heels on the shuffle slide, you have to, in your mind, you overextend the game balance. Right? You overextend the game balance, you want to create force, so you feel like overextending will be better. And so you see how your arm slide too is on the side? That starts from the motion. So when you bring it back, you bring it like an L shape. And so the only way when you bring it like an L shape, you don't rotate, you spin. So another part of this involved is you have your foot stuck in the ground. You see how your knee jerked back a little bit?
Yeah.
That's all that force is fighting against where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
So it reverberates back into your knee and it causes everything to stiffen up and tighten up and lock up, right? So it's like a post. You know those posts in school recess yards with the tennis ball tether ball that goes around it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you look like when you start swinging instead of driving and stepping, right?
Uh-huh.
You swing and so the ball trajectory is like a slice, like in golf.
Right.
When you slice it. What you want to do, you want to get your whole hips and step and drive, and that starts with a good knee bend. Your knee's too straight here. So when you swing, you lean. And when you lean, the ball dips with you because that's where your body's going.
Right.
So you want to be able to stay pretty straight up and down. So it starts with keeping your head still, right? Mm-hmm. Head still and keeping your knee bent when you're stepping and driving instead of stepping and swinging is going to help you. Shuffle slide's good. Push, shuffle, get in base balance. Now you see how your shoulders rise?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have to fall again to get back even, right?
That's a problem, yeah.
So instead of clicking your heels together, let that front foot lead, right? Okay. You get here, let the front foot lead. So what happens when the front foot leads? You don't overextend because you're not stepping too far, right? And also your shoulders stay even so you can drive the football. And it's a shorter distance so you're not stepping on the back of heels of your offensive lineman, right? That's going to allow you to now, instead of spinning, you're locked in because your knee's bent. Now you can rotate and drive the ball.
Rotate instead of spin. Okay.
So this is a spin, right?
Yeah.
You can tell because your foot's telling you it's a spin, like a ballerina, and you're leaning.
Coming around.
Right?
Yeah.
And another thing is you want to look at your shoulders. Right now, your shoulders telling me you're not throwing to your target.
Uh-huh.
So having your shoulders closed more works in alignment with your lead foot. So when your shoulders are closed, you're allowed to step and rotate better. When you're pre-open, like you are here, right?
Yeah.
All you can do is step and swing.
Right.
Because you're trying to create momentum to get the ball to your target, right?
Yep.
So it all comes from having a steady platform and a steady base so you can move at the same level.